Air Postal here. We are taking out a Tier 8 American Premium Heavy Fighter. It's the Oh, it's the XP-58. Is this thing still viable? I sure hope so, because I need to get a McCampbell's out of this. So we are working on the last mission for Elise Clark. This is earn a McCampbell medal. What does that mean? Well, the McCampbell is one of those medals that not overly difficult to get until you're trying to get it. Like so many of the medals in the game. What do you need to do? Well, first thing you need to know is it has to be done in one sortie, so you can't die. Or if you die, you need to restart the whole process after the respawn. You need to get 10 kills in that one sortie. Not a big deal. Not necessarily super easy, but not necessarily super difficult either. And there's a nuance to it. You need to get one of each plane type killed. Meaning you need to get one fighter, you need to get one heavy fighter, you need to get one multi-role fighter, you need to get one bomber and one ground attacker. Doesn't matter, you could get 5 ground attackers and then one of everything else. That's fine. As long as you get one of each. We got one whole kill so far. The good thing about this mission, or the medal for McCampbell, is the air defense aircraft count. So that fighter that I just killed was my fighter that I need to kill. If I can kill a heavy fighter air defense aircraft, so be it. So really the more difficult planes to actually kill are going to be the... just quantity-wise, they're going to be bombers and ground attackers, because there's only going to be 2 bombers and ground attackers per side, where you'll typically get extra fighters and heavy fighters simply because of air defense aircraft. Ah, shoot. Darn it, Norman. Hopefully Norman doesn't kill me here. Go. Hopefully I don't kill myself here. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this IL-20 if we can. Military base is ours. Good. I need to watch out for this heavy fighter more than anything else, even though there's an ME-329, which can be a super pain in the butt. I guess I'm going to go for him first. Let's try not to crash into the cliffs. Let's use our rear gunner here. Nope, never mind. Not going to use our rear gunner. Let's go get this heavy fighter. We still need a heavy fighter kill. We've got 4 overall kills. We need to get a bomber and a heavy fighter. Luckily, we've got some fearsome firepower. We may not be able to outturn an F2H, other than the fact that we knocked out his engine. But we can certainly out-hit him. How can I kill him so that I can get my heavy fighter kill? There we go. Did I get a multi-role fighter? I think I got the F94D, right? Here's a bomber inbound as well. So we need to watch out not to die. We are doing pretty well for ourselves here. But what we don't want to happen is die and then have to restart the whole process. Go. Get our engine cooling going on here. The other thing about bombers is luckily that bombing run would technically count towards my kill total, so would count towards me killing bombers, although we've got a bomber directly above us here, so can we get him without getting ourselves killed? Got 7 targets killed, nothing really near us, so I'm going to use all of my boost to just go straight up here. JU-288C, so nothing too crazy to worry about. Just hoping I don't run out of boost before I get there. These 37mm cannons may hit like a Mack truck, but they're super short range. they overheat very quickly. There we go. So we've got 8 kills, and we've got 1 of everything now, right? So now I just need 2 more kills. Should be relatively easy. I'm tempted, although I'm on kind of low health, I'm tempted to just go for these bombers here and see what I can do. It's a little bit cheeky just because I'm on low health, but I've also got, well, ridiculous cannons. So we're going to go for the front one first. There we go. And we're going to dive down, circle back, and boost back up. Try to get our 10th kill here. Oh, never mind. Wait, where'd they go? Seriously? Oh, I completely missed them. How I do well at this game, I don't even know. I went beyond them and didn't even realize it. Let's go ahead and knock him out. Knock him. No, I didn't knock him out. Let's not die. Not in the mood to die. Oh well, didn't get that, but I did get my 10th kill and did a bunch of other damage. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So we've got our McCampbell already, which is good because the game's almost over, even with my incompetence. And that guy's got a sniper cannon, so that's why he was able to hit us. Just hoping I can out-turn him, which I did. Got him. Got a multi-role fighter inbound. Looks like we are fighter 209A is over here, so we're just gonna let him do 209A things. Going against this 329 might be really dumb. Gonna wait till I'm a little bit closer. Hopefully I don't get bomb dropped. Got a Guardian badge, which is pretty darn funny. And there's game. So, got our McCampbell. We'll take it. Kind of going out there and doing your thing. Not too bad considering tried to get it in the Mosquito earlier, which went really well, but I died halfway into it. And then tried to get it in a Mustang 1A. That went less well. But yeah, first try in the XP-58. Not another American heavy fighter, but yeah, kind of sort of is. Let's head back to the hangar. Alright, so we were able to get 12 kills there, 10,000 damage in a tier 8 heavy fighter, but that's what you get when you go for a lot of bombers, and for that matter, ground attackers. Got our McCampbell, got 1 of everything, we counted it all down. Only 1 bomber? Oh, but 2 of the flight aircraft, so those were bombers as well. And that was getting us our final mission for Elise. And so we've won Elise Clark as the fighter pilot, and we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at her right now. Just in case you're not familiar with the XP-58, which shame on you, this is actually my most flown plane. As much as I like a lot of other planes in the game, being a tier 8 premium, this one is residing at the top of my list. We have 4 37mm cannons, very short range 37mm cannons, and that's all you've got. But man, when they hit, don't they? You've also got a rear gunner, 4 50 caliber machine guns, putting out a decent amount of damage there. Because it's a tier 8 premium, because a premium plane in general, you can put whatever pilot you want, and so I've put my XF-90 pilot in here. It has Marksman 2, which I highly recommend for your pilot on the XP-58. Whatever pilot you throw in here, make it be a Marksman 2 pilot. Furthermore, I've gone ahead and put Aerodynamics Expert, Engine Guru, and Cruise Flight as my items, again for my XF-90 pilot, not necessarily for this particular plane. I do have a relative speed build here. I do have a little bit of maneuverability, just a little oof of maneuverability, but the polished skin and the uprated engine are incredibly helpful here. I tend to run out of my boost, and so that's why I didn't go with the gas-operated turbine, but you could certainly do that if you wanted to. You can see my overall airspeed is pretty significant. Surprisingly for many people, I have got reinforced bolt carriers on here. That increases the burst length of the forward firing armament, meaning my 37mm cannons can fire for longer. I like that. More than gas-operated action on large caliber cannons, 30mm and above. I really don't use gas-operated action. The percentage fire rate increase typically is countered by the fact that they overheat so quickly. And so trying to balance that out by having them not overheating as quickly really worked for me. I've gone all in with the trying to balance out the accuracy by going with the gyroscopic sight here. You may want to do something in line with the navigational radio equipment, and there's quite a lot of people that actually go with a survivability build on this plane, going with cockpit armor, going with reinforced airframe or reinforced skin, and then going with the engine armor protection in combined with the boost, I believe. I'm not sure what the second option is that they use, but a lot of people do go with the survivability build on this plane. It is a chunky boy or girl, and I can understand wanting to build up that survivability that you already have with the plane. I'm more aggressive, and so I've got an aggressive build. As far as my consumables are concerned, I've got first aid package, mainly because A, this plane doesn't catch on fire all that often, and B, you've got a tail gunner and a forward firing gunner. If either one of those are knocked out, you're going to be less effective, and so I want to get my pilot or gunner back in. I've got the engine cooling in on here. As with most planes that I have, I've got the mixture control on here. I'm really just flying by the seat of my pants, no pun intended, pushing the limits of my planes. That being said, more often than not, most pilots will get more benefit from the manual engine restart, and so I would recommend that for most of you. I did put universal ammo for both my forward firing and rear firing guns, and if you've got the money to do that, I'd recommend it. It is a Tier 8 premium. You should be able to afford that on this plane, if no other planes. There are some pretty cool paint options here. One of them that I had for a very long time was this crew experience paint. Basically allows you to your lizard or maybe snake face. And so I had this for a very long time. I've since gone to try hard mode, and so I don't have that anymore. And I've got this paint scheme. Let's take a quick look at Elise. We can go ahead and put her in my P-51D here, and then we can get the P-51D specialized eventually, hopefully. There she is. So Elise Clark starts off with the P-51 Master. The range of the forward firing armament is increased by 10%. The accuracy is increased by 5% as well. We also get the option to put maneuverability expert on here, and that will increase the maneuverability by 4% and decrease the effect of sustained critical damage to the wings and tail. So that's pretty nice, actually. I'm definitely going to be putting that on there. And that gives us 1 extra point. What are we going to do with that extra point? I guess I'm going to put fire resistance on here. Very odd. Very odd. So I thought one of these was going to be a 3-point skill and one of them was going to be a 2-point skill. So we've actually got 1 extra point lying around. I'm going to put the fire resistance skill on here. I would think I will eventually put on aerodynamics and aerobatics expert at some point in the near future, hopefully. And we'll see how that goes. So it's kind of cool. Those 2 skills are just using 2 of your skill points. And we'll work on getting the P-51D specialized here and then being able to potentially maximize its abilities here. As far as the airframe is concerned, don't know if I'll go in on maneuverability or airspeed, considering the tier that I'm at. We'll kind of play it by ear, and we'll circle back. I'll post a video on it in the future, I'm sure. So glad that I was able to get through these missions, especially even though I was off for a week, but came back and was able to get them knocked out. Luckily, that's the joys of doing a 5-hour stream. A lot of you probably hung out with me and were able to watch me on that stream. I'll be streaming again this upcoming Saturday. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I hope you enjoyed the McCampbell video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.